viewers and vinyl community. Welcome to part two of Black Cinema soundtracks. Once again, something I'm doing to celebrate Black History Month here in February. So I'm going to continue showing some of the 8 tracks that I have that were soundtracks for movies and stage plays. So let's continue with Black Cinema soundtracks and moving right along. Marvin Van Peebles comedy musical, Don't Play Us Cheap. This is Mario Van Peebles' father. And I'm sorry, I said Marvin. It's Melvin. I said Marvin. It's Melvin and Mario. It's the son. This is like a stage play comedy musical that I saw and it was really good. And it's just it's a 2-record set on Stax, on the Stax label, and it's just music. It has some dialogue in it, but it's Don't Play Us Cheap. Moving right along. This is another Melvin Van Peebles. Sweetback's Badass Song. This was a movie that it was, when I first saw it, it was kind of strange. It's called Sweetback's Badass Song and Opera, and Earth, Wind, and Fire has a cut on here. It was just weird. I saw it once. I was very young when I saw it. It was kind of crazy. I remember seeing in it when it was a little boy and he was living in this whorehouse, and he got the nickname Sweetback because these older women was having sex with him, and he'd just get in between him and lay on him, and the woman just goes crazy hollering, "Oh, Sweetback," like he was just giving it to him, you know what I mean? So if you ever seen this movie, you'll probably be looking like, what the hell? But now that you're an adult, you might get it. I had to revisit that movie because I haven't seen it in a very long time. But Sweetback. Next is Ain't Misbehaving. This is another stage play soundtrack. Broadway. Look at that. Look at that artwork. Yes. Now, remember that show, Give Me a Break? Well, Nell Carter was in this. Yeah. It's the new Fats Walker musical show. Ain't Misbehaving. 2-record set. Very good. Of course, this next one everybody's familiar with, especially with the movie with Beyonce starred in, Dreamgirls, where, of course, it also earned Jennifer Hudson an Oscar. Yes, but this is the Broadway cast album, and this is the one that actually had Jennifer Holliday. Shirley Lee Ralph is in here, Loretta Devine. It's just all-star cast that, you know, people. Okay, Michael Peters. He's also the guy that did a lot of Thriller's choreographing. Definitely Beat It. You know, he did the choreograph in that. So yes, Dream Girls. I love this cover. Look, that gold raised. You can roll your fingers across it. It's just raised letters. Beautiful cover. Beautiful. Next is The Wiz. Now, this was another stage play. Original cast album. Winner of 7 Tony Awards, including Best Musical. Contains Ease On Down the Road. Of course, you're going to have Ease On Down the Road. And Stephanie Mills as Dorothy starred in this, and Ted Russell starred in this. And this was the musical on stage. Now, next, I had The Wiz, which actually ended up on the big screen. And of course, Quincy Jones, once again, is behind this. Starring Diana Ross, Michael Jackson, Nipsey Russell. Yes, The Wiz. Also, two-record set, of course. Bang. Very good. Now, this is a movie soundtrack by the great Sidney Poitier. Well, the soundtrack's not by him, but he starred in the movie. And of course, once again, Quincy Jones is behind it. Sidney Poitier, The Lost Man. Universal City Records, The Lost Man. Excellent soundtrack. Woo! This one, this is for the jazz fans, definitely. This is a soundtrack starring Sammy Davis Jr., A Man Called Adam. If you ever, oh my God, this movie, this is like, I've seen Sammy Davis act in movies, but this, I mean, he really showed his acting chops in this. I mean, now, Louis Armstrong's in here, and actually, he's a trumpet player, a jazz musician in here, and Nat Adderley actually played the trumpet. You know, Sammy Davis Jr. just mimicked, but all the trumpet playing was done by Nat Adderley. This movie is fantastic. Look it up. Sammy Davis at his best. Oh, classic. This is one of the fun soundtracks. Car Wash. Group called Rolls Royce. I must say, this actually put that group on the map. Rolls Royce. You know, Richard Pryor was in here, Pointer Sisters. This really put Rolls Royce on the map. Music by Norman Whitfield, big time producer. Even had his own label. Car Wash. Great funny movie. Great movie. Youngblood. War. One thing about these black cinema exploitation movies, whatever you want to call them, the bands were in it. You know, the people that were artists with the record labels and successful artists, they slid right over and did soundtracks. Didn't miss a beat. War, Lawrence Jacobs, Youngblood. Yeah, you know, you might know him best for Welcome Back, Carter. Then he played the father in American Dream, the Jackson story. I saw this movie one time. Um, I don't really remember it as much, but it's called Big Times, and the music was done by Smokey Robinson. Robert E. Mosley was in here, and the beautiful Jane Kennedy, right there, in a wedding dress. That's Jane Kennedy. Of course, you got Smokey. Still look the same. I swear, that man must have found the fountain of youth. Smokey Robinson. Now, this is a blast. Now, this is not, well, I like this movie, but I grabbed it because it had Bill Cosby, Raquel Welch, and Harvey Keitel. Bill Cosby was the lead name. It's not necessarily black cinema, but I love this movie. Who remembers Mother Juggy Speed? On A&M Records, Bill Cosby, Raquel Welch, and Harvey Keitel. Good combination. Good, funny, comedy. It was a good movie. Mother Juggy Speed. Bill Cosby. Whew, what can I say about that? Last but not least, Ohio Players. Mr. Mean. Yes. Mr. Mean was a movie, of course, and right there, Fred Williams. He was part of the production of Mr. Mean. He was Mr. Mean. He had a big hand in this. You know, this when Fred Williams was like really running that whole blaxploitation scene. You know. Yes, Ohio Players. Ohio Players from Ohio. And I mean, this now I will say, this is almost just like listening to an Ohio Player album. But my favorite cut on here is Good Luck Charm. Woo! Man, if you ever see this album, pick it up. A to B, baby. A to B. It is pure Ohio Player. Like, never heard of before. I mean, it's just a fantastic album, soundtrack. And if you notice, it doesn't say soundtrack or anything on here, but it is the soundtrack to Mr. Me. So, I'll be coming back with some more soundtracks. It's the month of February. So, hey, I'll be back with part 3. DJ Funk, baby. Out.